And I do believe that success is intrinsically connected to personal growth. And so I
Wait, I'm sorry. You just said some bullshit. I'm sorry. Success is connected to personal growth.
personal growth. It is. In order to be successful, I'm telling you,
In order to be successful, you need to grow.
you do as a person.
Thanks, Aristotle. What's going on, guys? I'm Speedy, and the name of this show is 360 with Speedy, and today we have a special guest in the building. She is an Emmy winner, a super just all-around talented woman, and the meme queen.
Come on.
Keke Palmer is in the building. Keke, what's up? How are you?
Speedy, I have to know, how do you get this name Speedy? It's so cute.
Well, it comes from a bad...
Wait a minute.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Like, now, what was you doing?
No, I used to be fast as a kid, and the name has just stuck ever since.
I love it. I love it.
Let's talk about you for a sec. Busy time for you. I mean, you seemingly always have projects going on. You're coming off the Met Gala. What's this time like for you, broad strokes?
Man, it's crazy. It's very inspired. I just had a baby, so I feel like I have a totally different vibe to myself that I didn't have before, like a certain ease. Like, I've been doing this for 20 years, entertaining, but I don't know. I think I didn't know the confidence I could reach with having my baby, because I think now everything is in perspective in a really big way. Like, nothing really matters as much as my child. So now there's a whole different level of ease that I have to the things I do, which brings a lot of inspiration.
I imagine you can be a little more discerning now, too, with what you want to do and what you don't want to do.
Like, I used to always wonder how moms would bring this, like, they would always bring up I'm a mother in any random scenario, but now I'm a mothering people the fuck out. Like, I'm like, honey, I'm a mother. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have time for this. I don't, you know what I mean? Everything, it's like the perfect excuse, but also it's real.
What was the last instance that you dropped the I'm a mother?
Oh, man, when this meeting the other day that I didn't want to do, because I'm like, I'm a mother. I have time for this. There's a lot of stuff I could be doing for the show. I don't have time to be talking about this bullshit.
I'm a mother.
I'm a mother.
I love it. It's so poignant, too.
Yes,
it's so poignant. I want to jump back to the beginning of it all for you, Keke. It all started in Mudville.
Come on.
You did your research, Speedy.
Robbins, Illinois.
Yeah.
Also the home of Dwayne Wade, by
Yeah,
the
I
way.
know.
Did you guys have a bonding moment over that ever?
You know, me and him definitely do. And it's so funny. Every time I see Gabby, she's like, my two favorite people from my low-key favorite place, making a joke about us both being from Robbins. It's such a small town, and I think it's insane that we both are from there. Like, if you ever went to Robbins, it's like literally like you drive in and you drive out.
You were bullied in kindergarten, is that right?
Yes.
Were you the only black kid in your class?
Yes, I was. I love that you really went in. So when I went to kindergarten. I mean, at kindergarten, everything was normal. And then my parents put me into a private school. Obviously, they wanted me to try to get the best education I could. And I was the only black kid in my class. So I was many of these kids' first experience of being around, I think, like a black person. Because Illinois is extremely segregated. Like, obviously, it's the North, but I feel like that's why it's so segregated. People didn't actually feel like they had to connect with other people. Like, So yeah, when I went to school, I was like, it was kind of like, why's your hair hard? I'm like, baby, it's gel. You know what I mean? They were like, you don't say auntie, it's aunt. So it was a little bit of something there, but obviously I think it definitely taught me a lot very early on, about my identity for sure.
Sure. Your parents were both, in your words, theater kids.
Yes.
You used to see your mom sing in the church a lot.
Yes.
Do you feel like this was all kind of destined to happen?
I do, you know what I mean? And according to the numbers, my mom's a 1, my dad's a 3, and I'm a 2. So where there's 1, 2, 3, baby, there's magic.
What does that mean? Where these numbers just come from?
I know. I've been to numerology and all that kind of stuff, and apparently that's the T on that. So I do think that it's destined.
Sacrifices were definitely made. Your pops gave up his pension
Yes.
for this.
Yes, Dad.
That's a big deal to give up a pension.
When I think about my parents doing this kind of thing, I'm thinking to myself, what the hell was y'all smoking or just sipping on it? Yeah, because honestly, it's the craziest thing in the world. Your little daughter wants to entertain. I mean, she gets a part in the movie, which I guess that knowing how the industry is and knowing how difficult it can be, like, you can be acting for 10 years and maybe not get a speaking role. And when you think about, me starting out, the first thing I ever got was Barbershop 2. And I had, those speaking part in the movie. And I think for them, they just kind of felt like, hey, you know what, if she really has something, we gotta go hard for her. And I remember my parents, and we didn't have a lot of money. And my dad was like, hell, what let's just do it. Pull the money out. I mean, it's crazy when I think about it to this day.
Yeah, but they made it happen and it all panned out. Your mom and yourself had a way that you guys would swindle casting directors to a certain extent. Can you tell us about it? How did y'all coerce people into letting you perform additional skills?
So I didn't have a lot of, acting roles to my name. I did the one part in Barbershop too, but it's kind of hard to get an agent. Like, that's a hard thing to do, but you need an agent because they let you know what's going on. They can, talk to casting directors. They can help you get, seen in the way that you need to be seen in order to make a mark in the industry. But my mom was always trying to figure out how to make me stand out, because if I don't have a lot of credentials, how can I stand out? How can I get people to really pay attention to me? And so because I was a singer and I sang all the time in church, she felt like that's where people could see my personality and actually see my charisma, so you would say. And so she would always be trying to figure out a way to get me to the point of being able to sing for them without it being weird. And so we came up with this little vibe where, we'd be in the room and like when the meeting was getting ready to come to an end, like maybe the energy had faltered, I would be like, Mom, can I sing for them? And then she'd be like, Keke, these folks don't want to hear you sing. And then they would do what people normally do. And they'd be, oh, it's fine. I'm every woman. I would just start singing some part of the song. And they would fall for it every time. And it's so funny because my mom was so specific. She was like, and you go to the person that's looking the meanest in the room and you sing straight into their eyes. And every time they would start smiling at a certain point. I'm like, damn, she was good. Very manipulative, but good.
Wow. Did y'all practice this in the crib? Like what?
Absolutely. We practice everything. My mom is a Virgo, honey. She don't do nothing without extreme thought. And I'm a Virgo too. So yeah, we practiced it. Every single thing we practiced, and it just became like our little gag. We've had many gags.
You and Ariana Grande tested out of high school together.
Yeah.
And you went and took the test together, is that right?
We did.
What do you remember about that?
I remember it was me and it was somebody else. I think it was Taylor with us or maybe Leon Thomas. But we all went because it was getting to the point where we were working so much and we were like, yeah, we got to test out of school because we have to be able to work at a certain level. I mean, we were about 16, 17. And so I remember we just all went together, me, my mom, her mom, and we all went there. And it was like we were sitting in the car and we're like, man, I think I did good. Hey, let's go. It was just one of those, typical actor kid things. I think we all kind of do it. If it's, emancipation or testing out of school, it comes to a certain point where it's like we work in real adult hours.
And y'all passed, I
passed.
Are you guys still close? Do you speak to her still?
We still talk. I don't see her a lot. Obviously, we're both working, but I mean, we talk when we do, and I mean, she's great. I love Ariana.
And I think that one telltale sign of like someone who does a good job acting is being able to liken that person to someone that they know in their personal life. There was someone that reminded you of Aaliyah in your neighborhood named Dee Dee.
Oh, yeah. You really went in, Speedy. You brought up Dee Dee and Doobie. Yeah, they was like 5 people in the neighborhood. Every neighborhood got people that's fine. It was Dee Dee and Doobie.
Do you ever go check in on, people that you grew up with, old classmates and stuff like that?
I literally just looked at Dee Dee page. And you always got to go to Facebook. Why does Facebook have everybody?
Facebook is where everyone's at. Like some people on Instagram, some people on Twitter. Facebook got everybody.
Everybody. And it doesn't even matter if you are a real Facebook personality, because there's Facebook people personalities and there's just like, I'm keeping my page up for my family. Mm-hmm. Either way, you're gonna find them. I love Facebook for that.
Yeah. Let's talk about some big projects that you've done in the more recent years. We'll start with Hustlers. Oh. That was a fun one. You shot parts of it in Queens, where I'm from.
Yeah.
What was it like working on that movie? Heavy hitters on that lineup. Jennifer Lopez, Cardi B.
Mama was making sure she was looking good at every month. I was feeling that.
Is she as funny as she appears to be on social media?
You know what? I think she is, but also she's chill too. Like I remember when we were on set, me and her were having real conversations, and it wasn't like she was like, nah. She was like being a normal person and being like, yeah, just chill. She had her accent, but she wasn't like being a character. I think she is obviously also a calculated performer, which everybody gives her credit for, but she knows when to turn it on and off.
She sure does. Another film that you worked on recently was Nope, critically acclaimed.
You make me laugh. What sign are you?
Well, we didn't get there yet. Damn, don't rush me. But what you laughing at? Yeah, I didn't even say nothing funny yet.
I'm trying to figure out your vibe. I'm like, what sign is this guy?
We'll get there. But let's talk about Nope for a second. You, Daniel Kaluuya, Jordan Peele.
Yes.
Critically acclaimed amongst us, but obviously not the Oscars for whatever reason. What was it like working on that project?
It was absolutely amazing. And I love what that you said that, honestly, because it's all about taste. And who is the decider of taste? It depends on you might not even agree. You know what I mean? So, I'm very proud of that movie and also the time that I got to experience with Jordan because again, I think I've just been really lucky to work with some really talented people and I've gotten the honor of watching them work up close. He's a collaborator, in every sense of the word, like with his actors, with his team, with his crew, with his cinematographer. He really listens, but also still has a very specific vision that he wants to. He wavers the balance between this is what I want and maybe I should trust you because you know your position better than anyone. And that's what I love about working with him.
Yeah.
And Daniel was obviously great as well.
Yeah, young legend. I hear you're into Love Island.
Oh yes, I am.
And you spoke about it with Jordan?
Oh yes, I did. He's into Love Island as well.
Are you a Love Island US, Love Island UK?
Let's be real. The Love Island US
Trash.
is trash.
What is that about? Is it the accents that we are
Bro,
rocking
I only watch Love Island UK. I don't fuck with the US version.
Chat, super fetch.
Banter. Great banter.
Great banter, man. Great banter.
Do you watch all of the seasons? Do you check in every so often?
Yep. So there was a time, and the time I'm talking about is during the pandemic, honey. I watched it religiously, like everything of it. But there's a lot of episodes.
Bro, it's like 60 episodes
why
per
are there
season.
so many of this? So I have to jump in and out. And once somebody online says too much and I find out too much too soon, then I'm pissed.
Me too.
But I hate on Love Island when people don't come in and shake things up. Take somebody's man real quick.
What type of person would you be on Love Island?
It depends.
A bombshell? You think you're better as a bombshell? Come in, shake the shit up real quick? No.
I need to be a main cast member.
Like off the original.
When you're
Step
a bombshell,
forward.
it never quite works out.
They always get kicked out.
Everybody be hating on them tough.
Right.
I need to be somebody that was a mainstay. And I think the game that I would play, I don't know, because honestly I feel like they don't even have enough colored people on the Love Island.
Talk to
I
them.
needed to be, let's also get some people that are into black women.
That's another
How you
thing.
got one black woman and everybody's not into black women?
I hate that shit.
You just got my girl out there
looking
like
crazy.
and the girls be fine.
Bro, they be the best ones to be.
And then it's like, don't nobody like them for real. Get you. So that I need to be. We need. We might just need to make an all black Love Island. Just boom.
Listen.
That's what I'm gonna produce.
Co-EP.
Let's do it.
You know what I'm saying? We can make something happen.
Keke and Speedy.
Well, we'll do it though. They have to have British accents, even if it's in America.
We need that.
That really is what sets it
Apparently, my boy
off.
Daniel said
That the slang that they use on Love
It's
Island is not the
different.
black folks for real.
That's what I've
he
heard
said
too.
you don't know. They got some other shit like that. You don't know. I don't know what it means, but they got some other British slang in the black community that we're not tapped into. Man.
Right.
We gotta tap into it.
Isn't it?
Isn't it?
Yeah, I did hear that they have altering slang though. Like it ain't really the same slang over there that they really use though.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that you love. I was born with people over Love Island.
It's good. It says a lot about your character.
Sure it does. At this point of your career, do you still audition for stuff, or do you just get roles off of your catalog?
If you want Keke Palmer.
Right.
But
right.
at the same time, I have no problem going in and giving people a little taste when it makes sense.
I'm sorry to laugh at that.
You're making me laugh as well. That's why I'm trying to figure out the stuff, and I'm like, wondering if I can figure it out before.
Yeah, it's just funny because even on like a simple line, you'll add a little seasoning on it that just.
That's completely unnecessary.
Yeah. No, but I love it
It's too
though.
much.
I love it though. It's incredible. I'm sorry, we were talking about auditioning for roles. When was the last time there was a role that you wanted and didn't get?
Oh, that was a role. Oh my gosh, I almost thought that was going to happen recently, but I got the role. Phew.
For what? What was
It's
it?
this new movie that I'm going to be doing with Aziz Ansari.
Oh, wow.
Seth Rogen. We
Okay.
did one before, and then it got pulled because of some stuff happening on set.
Heard about
Wasn't
it.
me. So now as a new one, and I'm doing it, so I'm excited about that. But the last thing that probably like something like in my early early 20s, late teens, like when I was between 18 to 21, 22, I auditioned for one of the Fast and Furious. And I really wanted, I'm like, get me in the franchise. Get me in the franchise. I don't think I had the body, but I got it now.
Well, there's a new one coming out soon.
Get me in the franchise.
That franchise seemingly never
I
ends.
know, Ludacris.
Me and him, I could be his little sister. I think the franchise is ready for me. So I was sad about that, but hey, Vin Diesel, what's up?
The checks that would have come from that, you would have been in 8 movies since then.
Well, that movie keeps going.
Bro.
I think they're going to be in space in the new.
No, I legitimately think I heard that.
That's
Like,
silly, but I love it. You know, we love when a franchise goes overboard, right?
yes, we certainly do. Man, you're happily in a relationship now, but before that, I heard that you were once on Raya on the app.
Yes.
You ever scrolling or swiping through Raya and seeing somebody that you know?
All the time. First of all, Raya is not what they crack it up to be. They was like Raya.
It's like exclusive.
Man, fuck all that. It's a networking site. At that point, you just talking to people that's looking for a job. I did not love my time with Raya. However, Raya is like literally just full of people that you know that just happen to be entertainers. You know, Who wants to date an entertainer actually?
Right. So it would be all people you know, but also people looking for a job?
Yes, other people that when you end up hanging out with them, they're like giving you their resume.
Oh, like you think you're going on a date, but in fact, it's really them pitching like some work shit.
They actually don't even know how to talk for real. You know, they just like talking about their credentials. Like people in the industry can be a real drag.
Ever have any good experiences come from Raya?
No, I actually had no good experiences from any dating sites. It got so bad that I was on Hinge, Johnny.
No, you were.
I was on Hinge and nobody believed that was me. I was on Hinge and they were like, they wouldn't even like my stuff because they thought I was like a catfish. I was a catfish at one time in my life, but that's a story for another day.
That seems like a story for today. When the hell were you a catfish?
When I was like 12, so I wanted to be on MySpace, but you know, remember back then people would be like 15 and they'd be like the age was like 30.
Yeah.
So obviously I was like wanting to do it, but my mom scared the hell out of me and she was like, you can't be on there, you don't need to be on there. So I was afraid to do my own pictures. So I was like, I was essentially being a catfish, which the term wasn't coined yet.
Sure.
But I was just like, I'm gonna get somebody else's picture and be them. And so I found this girl, her name was Cotton Ball or something like that. Cotton On or something.
What?
Some gorgeous girl.
Cotton Ball?
I don't know what her name was, but she was like Cotton Candy maybe it was. Honey, I messed some people's lives up with that. Yep. And one time she picked me up and she was like, bitch, take my shit off. And I got scared. I was like, I'm sorry, my mom wouldn't let me have a page. I like wrote her back and I was like, I'm sorry, I'm just 12 years old. My mom wouldn't let me have a MySpace page. So I use your pictures. I think you're really pretty. I wonder if she knows this was me. She knows now.
Shout out to young Cotton Ball.
Yeah.
Or Cotton Candy.
Cotton
Whatever.
Candy, gorgeous girl. I don't know the. Oh, Candace Cotton was her name. Found it. Don't she sound like a picture?
Yo, look how red his face is, bro. Oh my God.
Candace Cotton. That's what she was.
Where did you find her though?
You know how it was back then? You just see somebody gorgeous and you like, those are the bitches.
That's her.
That's
Matter
I'm
of fact, that's me. That's me.
That's me.
Okay, so lastly, before we move on though, talk to me about your experience on Hinge. So nobody thought it was you.
Nobody, they thought I was, you know, like, they felt like, I feel like in my mind, they were like, oh, this is Keke Palmer's photos. You know, because nobody liked me. Or maybe I'm hideous and I didn't know it. But nobody hit me up. Nobody talked to me. Like, I didn't get no hitters, man. You know how that burned me? I should have been on.
What was your name on there?
Lauren.
Maybe that's why they thought it was fake. Because they're seeing Lauren, they don't know Lauren.
Exactly.
But they're seeing Keke Palmer.
But I'm like, yo, it's me, Jessica. You remember how she absolutely.
I do. You're a mom now.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
Sure is. What's it like? What's motherhood like for you?
Oh my gosh, motherhood.
You're a mom now.
I'm a mom, honey. I'm a mom. You know what? Motherhood is insane. First of all, the breastfeeding is a fucking nightmare. That's probably the biggest thing that people gotta be real about. You know, everybody's like, breast is best. Breast isn't. It's really a nightmare. So I've been, you know, going through that, which I've learned and, you know, gotten accustomed to, and that's been cool. It's a great bonding with my son. That was probably the biggest uphill battle. But then outside of that, I mean, it's just balancing my life, figuring out how to get back into my life. You know, he's the main thing that's important to me now, and it does give me so much relief because I got to be honest, I was getting exhausted just worrying about myself all the time.
So it's less exhausting to also worry about somebody else? That seems backwards.
I mean, I think it is just because, like, I don't know, maybe I was just tired of me a little bit, but it feels good to like have a break from like Keke's world to be like in Leo's world.
Okay. I've heard you say that you found the secret cure to acne.
Yes.
It is
Having a baby.
right.
Get pregnant. I'll be pregnant again soon. I need to make sure I keep whatever's going on going. Like I don't know if it's the boob milk. I don't know if it's the the whatever the hormones that's off there, honey. They need to put it in the bottle. I'm keeping it because I've never felt so good in my life. It's crazy.
What is the male equivalent though? Like if I'm working on my acne, want to get my shit right,
Oh no.
how do like I can't?
Oh. Yeah. It was screwed. I don't think that's
It's just over.
You know what it is? Acne, but I heard it gives you know what it is? Accutane, but I heard that can make you guys angry.
Yeah, no.
It's a little
My shit ain't. No, I'm like
Your
a.
shit is clean.
Thank you.
You look good.
Thank you.
That's why when you brought it up, I was like, it won't be you, it'll be some other guy.
Yeah, but you know, for the people out there watching,
Yeah.
that,
It's not.
but
But you're perfect. Yeah.
perfect. Pregnancy has changed a couple things about you.
Yes.
It seems. One of them I'm still trying to figure out because your man posted an Instagram story that said that having a baby transformed you. In what ways does he mean?
He's talking about this physical body, honey. Body down. No. Seriously, it's he's shook, I'm shook, we're shook. I mean, I think before my body was cute, you know what I mean? I had a very baby time, little, it was a little athletic shape, I got my dad's jeans. I was like, it was cute. What's going on now? It's like, yo. I mean, I look at myself in the morning, I'm like, damn girl, who are you? I'm really blown away, guys. I'm just grateful that it went this way, because it took us all a bunch of different ways. So I'm just happy with this, you know what I'm saying? And I think it also, I'm telling you, there's something that, I don't know what it is. I also am getting older. It could be age and the baby. It could be both of them. But there's a certain energy that I'm having where it's like, who cares? And I think that adds to it. I just have a vibe of, look, I'm a mother. I'm telling you, that's the energy. It's crazy.
Let's talk about your maternity shoot for a second. You had David LaChapelle shoot it.
Honey, get into that.
The girls were gagged.
Nicki Minaj connected you guys?
Yes, Nick. My girl Onika.
How? Pardon me, Onika. How did Onika connect you to him?
So we share stylists, DeAndre, Tristan, and he's amazing. Shout out to D. And I was telling him, I was like, oh my gosh, David LaChapelle, like that's the kind of vibe that I want to go for, because obviously it's, he's hard to get in contact with. So I was kind of just using him as a reference. And he was like, I'm hitting up Onika. And I was like, what? He was like, I'm hitting up Onika. And I was like, oh. He's like, yeah, she know him. They do work all the time. I'm hitting up Onika. And next thing you know, the following week, he hit up Onika. And child, David LaChapelle was in my DMs. We was talking. We was getting together. And that's how the shoot came. It was crazy.
Damn, it came out great. You didn't even have to talk to Nicki though? Like it just...
No, Nicki just did it. Nicki just did it like that.
Do you ever talk to Nicki?
I do. I've talked to Nicki a few times.
What's that dynamic?
I
I feel like...
say something.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm not saying that.
You can't be on some, I was about to tell you something, but I'm not going to say it.
No, I talked to Nicki. I didn't record it though. That's what I was gonna say.
Okay. I feel like your personality and Nicki's personality together would make for an amazing sonic experience.
I mean, I think so too, but something tells me Nicki's expensive. Something tells me that it might be out of my budget. No, I love Nicki. I would love to work with her someday. I feel like we could collab on something really cool.
Yeah, well, you've spoken to her thus far, and it was free, right?
Yes, it was. It was. It's true.
Sometimes you might need to flex
Let's sprinkle into the atmosphere.
Yeah.
A Nicki Kiki vibe.
in any of the arenas that you play in. Musically, big screen, silver screen, podcasts.
I would love to go on her podcast because she keeps it real.
Maybe I should do a podcast trade.
That's what I'm saying.
She come on the Amazon joint
It's Keke Palmer.
and you jump on her joint,
Yeah.
Queen Radio.
Queen Radio, baby, is Keke Palmer. Now that's the tea right there. Me and her probably get into it about these labels, honey, because she know.
Yeah. Well, if I see it happen, I'll be
It'll
proud.
be like it's you.
Well,
I'm
I
shocked. I'm
mean,
like, Speedy, thank you.
I was the brainchild of it. Let's be real. I'm just kidding. You've been getting money for a long time.
Come on, get money. I love how this started out. Yeah.
A quick Google search shows that your net worth is
Now, I can't believe the
$7.5
net
million.
worth. Because first of all, they said my net worth was $75.5 million when I only had $100,000 to bank. That lies. Do not look at those, okay? Do not look at that, okay?
So it's inaccurate.
It's inaccurate.
Is it more, less?
There's been times where it was less. Now it's more. But there was times where it was less than that. That's why I'm like, don't believe that. Because some people, it's not even what it says. It's less than that.
The cup runneth over?
The cup runneth. God is good.
All the time.
God is good, you know. But I gotta be careful. I don't want any more tax hurts.
Mm.
So actually, it's under.
We'll leave it there. You got a tooth pulled at Fred's house?
Oh my gosh, Fred! My mama used to do music with this man named Fred. Yes. Oh my gosh, you brought up Fred. Wow. So back when I was a kid, my mom always was doing music. So she would always go and make records with this man named Fred. And we'd be so bored in Fred's house. We wouldn't know what to do. We was upstairs. My mom would be just downstairs singing on and on. That's one. We was like, man, I'm so bored here at Fred's. And so one time, I think I was about like 6 years old, my sister tied my tooth up or something like that, and just yanked it upstairs, and I lost my tooth. I lost my tooth at Fred's. Yeah.
Sometimes I would go to school and kids would be getting $5, $10, $20.
Yeah, like where your parents were. That's the kids that mom is a beautician. You can always tell the kids when mom is a beautician or something like that because they be fresh. Why are they kids always so fresh?
Interesting theory.
They all haircut like you have a young mom.
Yeah.
You know.
That's funny. I'm sorry. Okay. Goonies never say die.
Period.
You and your siblings have a matching tat
Exactly.
on this 9.5, 10
Yeah.
foot that you have.
You are very detailed. I love your details. You deserve a raise. I don't even know.
Thank
Maybe
you.
already at the highest level of it, but you.
Listen, there's always room for more.
You know what I'm saying? You deserve more.
The cup runneth over.
The cup runneth over. Yeah. So yeah, this 9.5, 10. But I'm gonna let y'all know right now. Don't ever get a tattoo on your hands or your feet. It just melts away.
Oh, it's gone.
Man, it's already. So I gotta get it again. Theirs is locked in. Mine's is like, bang. They don't even say it all the time.
Tell me about the time you were trying to have a spiritual experience, sungazing, and nearly lost your
Let me
vision.
tell you something about your girl Keke. She's always trying to have some type of spiritual awakening. I do believe that success is intrinsically connected to personal growth. And so
Wait, I'm sorry. You just said some bullshit. I'm sorry. Success is connected to personal growth?
Personal growth, it is. In order to be successful, I'm telling you,
In order to be successful, you need to grow?
you do. As a person.
Thanks, Aristotle.
By the way, I have an Aristotle quote.
Do you
We are
actually?
what we repeatedly do.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's not an act, but a habit.
I'm
yes,
sorry
okay?
to cut you off. Keep going,
I tried to make
Confucius.
it like I was pretentious, and I'm not.
No, it's just funny. Like, success is intrinsically connected to growth. Like,
I'm telling you, it is. I really do believe that anytime that you want to reach new heights creatively or whatever, you got to dig deep spiritually. And so I try to like do these spiritual things and it is a bit annoyingly pretentious because it's like, damn, here we go again, Keeks. And I bring everybody through it. And, this time it's like, child, I was in Joshua Tree. Anytime it starts with Joshua Tree, it's bullshit. So I was in Joshua Tree and I was just feeling it, honey, on all different levels. And I'm looking at the sun. I'm like, this is it. This is huge. Like I just was telling myself, like, this is what's gonna take you there. Like I don't know why I was reading and they were just talking about how the sun is like very powerful and it get, sometimes you just go down a damn hole on the internet. And I'm just looking at that sun, honey, and I only walked away with a damn scorned retina. That was crazy. I mean, I couldn't even really see for a while. It's come back now though.
it's good now.
Eyes are strong.
Amen. You seem to be a big Rihanna fan. You were watching the Super Bowl like all of us, and you were tweeting like, yo, what's up? This shit taking too long.
Literally. She loves to keep us waiting. But it was, what's so interesting when I was watching that was just, it really put in perspective. It's actually a couple of things, because I was watching Swarm, right?
Great show.
Great show. And what I ultimately got from that show, especially at the end, is like, sometimes it is idolism, sure. But most of the time, even if it is idolism or you just really love an artist, it's more than that person. It's the memories that are attached to that person that's manifested through them being whoever they are. It's like my love for Rihanna, obviously I love Rihanna, but it's not like I know her like that. I love her for the memories that I had when I was growing with her. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember that whole era of just like my early 20s and what she represented of just, being yourself, doing your thing. I think she really was an inspiration in that regard. And so when I was watching the Super Bowl, it brought back all those memories of me in my early 20s and like being like, yo, I'm gonna do what I want. And like, yeah, it's just interesting how that is. So listening to all those songs, it marked all those periods in my life.
Damn, that's beautiful.
It's interesting.
I was trying to find a picture of you guys, but I couldn't find one. Have you ever met Rihanna?
I met Rihanna. I've been around her a few times, but yeah, we don't have. It ain't like we kicking back. You know what I mean?
Y'all got to flick up for the. You have to have an image to match the soundtrack of your life.
Oh, I know, and I feel the same way about Drake's earlier stuff as well. Like when I think about Take Care, you know what I'm saying? Like all that stuff is like so many pivotal moments in my life happened while listening to those albums.
And you and Drake have an interesting connection. You met him many years ago when he was still on Degrassi.
Exactly. Yeah, it's crazy. I was a fan of his since the beginning, but before I remember when I first heard Brand New on MySpace. You know, this here is on some truthful shit. Yes. And I remember talking to my sister, being like, "Have you heard this song?" Played it for her. She was like, "Yeah, it sounds good." And I was like, "Girl, that's Jimmy." She was like, "No." I was like, "Girl, that's Jimmy. That's Aubrey." And we were dead. We're like, "No way, we could bang," you know. And then he became Drake, obviously.
What's your relationship like now?
I mean, I see him from time to time, and I'm like, "What's up?" And then that's it, you know. Ain't like we kick it type vibe.
Yeah. But I'm sure you see each other in this love.
For sure.
You're turning 30 soon.
Yes.
What's your perspective on getting older, aging, hitting these like milestone years?
I mean, my thoughts could change, but right now I feel like, man, getting older means your ass is still alive. So I'm here for it. I'm here for aging. I'm here for, you know, I mean, me being 30, it's going to be huge. I already have my birthday party in mind, love. I already know exactly what the vibe is going to be. And I don't know, it's just, I feel like it's going to give me again that same energy that I feel about being a mom. Like, bitch, I'm 30. I feel like that, like, I'm 30. You know, because when you're in your 20s, everybody's like, "Oh, you're such a baby." And it's like 30, I feel like everybody's backed up. I feel like everybody's like, "Oh, she 30. She girl." So I feel like I'm really walking into that 30 vibe.
You got some new stuff coming out on May 12th. Why don't you tell us about what's coming?
I'm so excited. Big Boss, the album and the movie, is getting ready to come out. And it's totally free. It's on YouTube and Facebook, youtube.com/KTV. It's the new network that I launched last November. But it's my directorial debut, and I also wrote it. And it pretty much is a narrative that chronicalizes my journey in the music industry. And then the music, or aka the soundtrack, which is the album, it comes through kind of almost like a musical, but not like, oh my gosh, we're breaking out into song. It more so fits its way into the storyline. You know, I'm excited for them to hear the album, and I'm also excited for them to watch it with the film. That visualization of what the record means in terms of the storyline, I think is just like such a unique way to get a song across. And that's kind of what the vision was for Big Boss.
Word. All right, Big Boss is on the way. Lastly, what do you want to leave the people with?
You know, just, you know, stay up, love yourself, you know.
Come on, man. Yo, she said, yeah, you know.
Yeah, you know, just stay up, love yourself. And, you know, no, what I'm going to tell the people is, you know, you're great, Speedy. I really enjoyed this. This seemed so fun, like a conversation, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even know I was here for like an hour and some change.
Yeah, it's been 2 hours.
No.
Yeah, time flies when you're having fun.
Speedy, you've been talking to me for 2 hours?
Yeah.
He's a dangerous guy. We got a conversation.
I'm lying, it wasn't 2 hours.
Shit, I'm like, am I dumb? I'm like, 2 hours, God. No, but still was a long time.
It was, but Keke, I appreciate you pulling up. Thank you for being here.